You probably couldn't imagine anyone else playing their roles, and if you can, you're wrong. You're so wrong. These actors in this list are definitely born to play their superhero characters so well enough for us to say those are significant character they have ever taken. Number 10. Jessica Alba, Sue Storm. The thing that's really infuriating about Jessica Alba being a superhero is that she wasn't cast as every superhero from that moment on. Come on, Hollywood. You really dropped the ball with that one. She should have been the first on the list to play Catwoman, Black Widow, Wonder Woman, and any other female superhero that wore tight leather. To be clear, this is not an argument that she was born to play Sue Storm specifically. This is an argument that she was born to be in leather tights, and since that's what superhero movies do to every female character, she was born to be Sue Storm and every other female superhero. Number 9. Patrick Stewart, Professor X. Who is the most iconic bald guy in comic books? Answer: Professor X. Who is the most iconic bald actor in Hollywood? Answer: Sean Connery, then Bruce Willis, then The Rock, then Samuel L. Jackson, then Jason Statham, probably Vin Diesel, and then Patrick Stewart. Okay, so he's not first, but being first isn't everything, guys. Being 7th ain't bad at all. Patrick Stewart had the acting chops, the deep vocal range, and the mind control powers to play the Professor. He has also played Captain Jean-Luc Picard in Star Trek Next Generation, so he had enough nerd points stored up at that time to cash in for a partially working superhero. Number 8. Samuel L. Jackson, Nick Fury. With Nick Fury, you needed a guy who can actually make the character of Nick Fury look and sound badass without actually doing anything badass in any of the superhero films he's in. Seriously. His greatest badass accomplishment was getting hit in the face with an airbag in Captain America: Winter Soldier, being protected by bulletproof glass, and faking his own death. If that doesn't scream hero, humanity might as well give up now. Jackson is the best actor in the game for delivering angry monologues without actually backing it up with physical violence, but do you believe that he could beat down an Avenger if he wanted to? You bet your ass you do. Just see what happens if you mention a big kahuna burger to the guy. Shit really hits the fan. Number 7. Tobey Maguire, Spider-Man. He's small, he's nerdy, and he's a better actor than Elijah Wood, who was also off being all hobbity at the same time. Tobey Maguire gets a lot of crap for that third Spider-Man because he turned into an emo jazz dancer, but that wasn't his fault, guys. He's an actor who gets paid to do what the director tells him to do. The first Spider-Man film basically paved the way for all superhero movies to come, and the second movie is considered better than the first. All this adds up to Tobey Maguire being born to play the role, and for all of you Andrew Garfield fans out there, shut up. Spider-Man is not the good-looking or annoying or old. Yes, Tobey Maguire's like 58 years old. But the point is he looks like a 14-year-old boy. Number 6. Ryan Reynolds, Deadpool. Possibly no person in history was more appropriate to play Deadpool than Ryan Reynolds. The guy even stated in an interview that when he first opened up a Deadpool comic, it described Deadpool's looks as being a cross between Ryan Reynolds and a sharp A. You need more proof other than Manifest Destiny? Didn't think so. Number 5. Chris Pratt, Star-Lord. Less attractive than Brandon Routh, less bad boy than Robert Downey Jr., more charismatic than Chris Evans, and more good-looking than Ryan Reynolds. Chris Pratt was the perfect fit for Star-Lord. You want a funny guy who also looks like an Indiana Jones clone with a six-pack to rival Brad Pitt? You get Chris Pratt. Holy hell, did Marvel hit the jackpot with this guy. Chris Pratt is awesome as Star-Lord, and this guy feels like what you would get if Harrison Ford, George Clooney, and Matt Damon made sweet love to each other and hid a love a child. Number 4. Brandon Routh, Superman. Routh looks exactly how you imagine Superman would look, like exactly. He was a model before he got into acting, and it's easy to see why. Mr. Tall, Dark and Dreamy was the perfect actor to play Superman because he can act and he's kind of a one-dimensional guy, aka Superman. Try and name an enjoyable Superman film. Even better. Name one charismatic thing about Superman. He's a robotic alien from Krypton who has zero personality, zero flaws and basically no weaknesses. You don't want to waste a good actor on that character. So just get an extremely good-looking guy you can stare at for 2 hours and call it a day. Number 3. Robert Downey Jr., Tony Stark. You're probably sick of hearing about how Tony Stark and Robert Downey Jr. were a match made in superhero heaven and blah blah blah, but there was a time when director Jon Favreau was all like, I want RDJ for this role, and Marvel were all like, nah, and he was all like, yeah, and then RDJ stormed in with a pile of cocaine and everyone snorted happily ever after. Robert Downey Jr. has turned himself into the world's highest paid movie star, and Marvel has become the world's most successful film franchise. Number 2. Hugh Jackman, Wolverine. Jackman got into some serious freaking shape for this role, the kind of shape that only an Australian who likes to sing and dance can get into. A man like that is dangerous and should be avoided at all cost. Last year in May, the huge Jackman posted a video of himself deadlifting 410 pounds, squatting 355 pounds and benching 410 pounds. It's not actually clear if the real Wolverine could lift weights like that or would sulk off like the dog he is. The other things Jackman has going for him is his Jackman growl, his Jackman face and his Jackman sideburns or Jackburns. Now let's all just agree that Jackman is Wolverine even if he can't make a successful solo film. Number 1. Chris Evans, Captain America. Chris Evans isn't the best actor in the world. We know this and he knows this. God did decide to bless the guy with a strange combination of charm, good looks and a boring good guy personality. Evans is also super white, like if you had to name the whitest of all white people on the planet you would say the Amish, then Mormons, and then you would come to Evans. He perfectly captures Captain America's boring super soldier feel while still looking good enough and charming enough to be the likable fish out of water face of America during its World War II golden age. Thank you for watching my video. If you like it, give it a thumbs up and subscribe my channel for my latest video.